Two men accused of pretending to be federal agents facing some real charges tonight. Police say the impersonators even got violent.
NBC6 reporter Dan Grossman is live in Little Havana tonight outside Versailles restaurant where this all went down here. Dan.
Yeah, well, Juan and Jackie, police are about as confused as the sequence of events as the people who saw it happen. It involved two men who said they were FBI agents, but when police asked them for their credentials, they say the men got defensive, even grabbing one of the officers by the throat. 51-year-old Ismael Diaz and 48-year-old Alberto Nunez are in jail this Monday, accused of impersonating federal agents at the popular Versailles restaurant in Little Havana.
It's a bit alarming to see that there's people just trying to pretend to be police officers.
Managers told police the two men had been frequenting the restaurant a bunch in the last week, going from table to table and showing patrons pictures on a computer. When managers asked what the men were doing, they said they were federal agents conducting an investigation and showed them credentials, something they failed to do when police confronted the men on Friday.
What's alarming to us is when the officers approached them, they were reluctant to provide any credentials because they said they were under no obligation.
That's when police tried arresting one of the men, and they say things got violent.
In the interim of trying to take one of them into custody, he grabbed the detective by the throat. Fortunate enough, these two detectives that were injured only suffered minor injuries.
Police wouldn't say what the men were showing people, but they say they found a loaded gun in their truck parked outside the restaurant. Now, the two sit in jail with 9 charges between them, the most serious of which, according to police, impersonating a law enforcement official.
There's a lot that we're looking at, and it is alarming, not only because they're passing off as federal agents, but because we still don't know why they were there and why they were persistent on going there each and every day.
Now, police say they've gotten their hands on a bunch of evidence. One of the main things they're looking at are those credentials that we mentioned. They did not say, though, whether or not those credentials are real or fake. Reporting live in Little Havana this evening, Dan Grossman, NBC6 News.